How do you print in JavaScript to the screen?
In JavaScript, I think we have, mm,
The following is a discussion that I had on my live stream with a senior JavaScript developer turned into Linux administrator. He previously called in on another live stream that wasn't recorded, but he asked very similar questions to the one asked in this video. Well, what's up?
yeah. Hey, hi. Fine, thank you. So I have one query, if I ask you, if you suggest a project, kind of like in beginner project, then what should be the technologies and what should someone try to achieve with that project if I have to do?
Didn't I already give you the project last time? And did I mention which projects?
No, last time we only discussed what technologies we must know.
Okay, which ones did we
And
discuss?
you said C++. Apart from that, you also said we need to know NoSQL, Kafka, those things we discuss.
Okay. And what have you done to go and become more proficient in those technologies?
As of now, it is kind of my working hours, so I didn't really get time. But in weekends, I because I think just 2 or 3 days back we meet. So during weekends, I'll try because I have almost 10 or 11 hours of shift. So I
Okay.
really
What
need
project
time.
ideas do you have that you think might be successful given our last discussion?
Mm, Actually, in our last discussion, we didn't discuss actually any project. So,
We didn't. So I have 4 projects on my channel.
mm-hmm,
One is a order book.
mm-hmm.
2 is a market data simulator. 3 is a
Okay.
Black-Scholes option pricer. 4 is
Mm-hmm.
a volatility surface. Have you seen any of
Okay.
those?
Uh, Frankly speaking, no. I'll go and check. I'll go and check one
Okay.
of them.
What
So,
what do you usually code in?
as I told you last time, like it's kind of JavaScript little because I, I I do JavaScript, and but right now my current project demands more of Linux.
Linux.
So right now I'm working in Linux as a kind of application support. So we support applications like which are running on the cloud.
So because I asked about the language and you said Linux, but Linux is an operating system.
No, no. Previous I worked as a JavaScript developer
Hmm.
during my journey, but right now in the current project I'm working in Linux.
Linux
So
or
kind of yeah, Linux. It's an operating system,
okay, yeah,
but
Linux. So maybe I just pronounce it differently. Okay. Um,
mhm.
so you don't do any code.
Right now in the current project you can say no because I work in a service-based company, so they keep changing the project and it depends on the project that how you're gonna work. So it is not a consistent work. So
I
as
see.
the project came, we have to switch the technologies.
So how proficient are you? Have you have experience with? First of all, just want to get a gauge for your level of proficiency in Java. How many years of JavaScript experience do you have?
Not more. Almost you can say almost 2 years or 1.7, not more
Do you know which
in
version of
Java.
JavaScript you used?
Uh, because it's almost I think 3 to 4 years back I worked as a JavaScript developer
Oh.
till now working as a application support.
Do you know what a event loop is in JavaScript?
Yep, event yes.
What is an event loop?
Basically in event loop, we have for loop, uh, event loop. Mm, I'm sorry. I'm not in a position to answer. Sorry, because
Sorry, what? I didn't hear you.
basically it's what I can say. If we want to get something out of a queue, then we can use event continuously, like till our condition gets satisfied.
Okay. Um, if you wanna, okay. Okay. So I mean, what's next for you in terms of like the languages you want to learn and stuff? Because C++ is gonna be big. What's your level of proficiency with C++?
Yeah, After college, I didn't do anything because in India we um, hardly have, you can say, people who said you must learn C++ because it's kind of more of the Java or JavaScript because those things are right now in the market as for uh, jobs. So
Mm.
very rare we heard that someone will they tell you that go and learn C++. So frankly speaking, I don't have much idea, but yes, I have to start anyways because I want to switch my career.
So since our last discussion, where we discussed that C++ is going to be important, what have you done to learn or grow from C++?
Yeah, because we have discussed only 3 days back, and as during my office hours, I didn't get time. But yeah, in weekends I'll start. That's
Okay.
I
Well,
think this.
how do you plan to start? Do you have a plan yet?
Yep, sure. The first plan would be go and find some basic course, not very difficult, like on Udemy or something.
Okay.
So that's how I'll proceed. After that, when I get little bit of hands-on on that, then I'll go and watch your videos and what are the stuffs you're trying to say because to understand what you are trying to tell, basic is needed. So
Right.
that's what I'll
Um,
come.
do you know how to what's familiarity do you have with databases?
Yep, database like MySQL database I worked.
Which database?
MySQL, Oracle.
Okay. What experience do you have with networking?
Yep, networking very less, very less.
Very less. Do you know what TCP is?
Yeah, transfer protocol.
Okay. Do you know what UDP is?
Yes, I know UDP is where we send the packets in the put. You can say in the form of um, what I can say in UDP we send packets is kind of communication protocol for mm, when we send videos or picture we use UDP and when we send um, I didn't differentiate between TCP and UDP, but yeah,
Okay.
I have.
That's going to be really important.
Okay.
Um, do you know how a TCP connection is established?
TCP connection established with over a secure channel like
Like,
HTTPS is a TCP protocol.
so like, have you heard of what a handshake is?
Yes, I know handshake.
What is it?
Handshake is when a machine certify another machines and they do the handshake. Like if machine A wants to handshake with machine B, they have to exchange some certificates, and when the certificate get validated, they complete the handshake.
There's no certificates really exchanged in TCP, but what is exchanged? How many ways is the handshake?
Because one I know that to handshake, we must like s.
How many ways? It's a number I'm looking for.
Okay, I'm basically not sure.
Don't type it. Don't chat GPT it.
No, no, I'm not doing so. No, frankly speaking, no. Frankly, why should I? Means, no lies. I don't know.
Okay, so that's going to be important. It's a three-way handshake, okay?
Okay, okay. Sure.
Um, do you know the tag that's communicated on the handshake, or like it starts with an S that's sent?
In HTTPS, then we give semicolons.
No. There's like reset packets. There's like different types. There's ACK packets. Do you know
Mhm.
what's sent in the first handshake?
Mostly in first handshake, if uh, 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 No, no.
Okay. Sin packet is sent.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
You,
thank
I mean, you kind of got it. They both start with an S, so you were kind of
you.
close.
Yes.
um, okay. How familiar are you with operating systems?
Yeah,
Because you use
like
Linux, right?
Linux, yeah. Yes.
Can you name me one Linux command?
Yeah, cat less
Okay. What does top do?
top is kind of task manager.
Okay. Um, I believe top shows memory usage, right? Let me verify.
Yeah, we have top, we have edge top, we have both. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair for me to ask you a question that I'm not entirely brushed up on, so I'm not
Yeah,
going to go
that's
too deep there. But okay. Um, if I want to log into a Linux host, what command do I run?
uh, if you want to log into a Linux
Yeah, from
host,
Windows, for example. It's
then
three.
you have
It's
to
three letters.
use,
It's three letters.
yeah, you have to use an intermediate like putty. Then you have to enter your host port. If you're using an SSH based key authentication, then you must have those details throughout.
Okay, that makes sense. Um, cool. Um, what familiarity do you have with like? Um, do you know how comfortable are you with lead code stuff?
Yeah, good question. Because right, because nowadays everybody who wants to join a developer or wants to work as a developer, they must
Exactly.
be familiar as well with leak code.
Exactly. So how
And
familiar are you with that? Because that might be like the
um,
one of the final steps of your journey.
correct. Mm, I think very less, because as my current project also didn't demand any coding, and in my last days, like in last couple of months or last year, I hardly get show my interest to learn something in coding. So
Do you know?
very less.
Do you know what the problem fizzbuzz is?
No, no.
Okay. If I was to ask you to print, let's talk about that problem together. If I
Hmm.
was to ask you to print the word fizz if a number is divisible by 3, the word buzz if a number is divisible by 5, and the word fizzbuzz if the number is divisible by 3 and 5, in general, how would you go about writing a program like that?
In general, then again, first I'll place every all I will put it into variable first.
Okay, so
Then
you'll put the number in a variable.
uh,
What are you putting into a variable?
because of, if I have to
You're given a number, and I want you to
Mhm.
return a string.
Okay.
So the
Uh,
number, let's say the number is x. So what's your code, high level? Let's talk it through it.
mm, 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 mm. No, I didn't. It's kind of difficult because
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Have you heard of what an if statement is?
If yes,
So using if statements, how would you code up the fizzbuzz answer?
yeah. Where in if we can give conditions, I know. So yeah, we can do phase buzz. We can put phase buzz in in a variable. Then we can give condition if that is divisible by this, then it equals to this, something like that. Else, and then we can use else, and we can start the condition again
So
until
what would be the first condition for fizzbuzz?
mm, what's the first condition? If phase buzz is divisible by 5,
If the word fizzbuzz is divisible by 5?
I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
just guessing. Just guessing.
If what is divisible by 5? The word fizzbuzz? Or if the number is divisible by 5?
Um, yeah, the numbers actually.
Okay. Um, what's a division operator? If it's divisible, how do you check if something's perfectly divisible by 5 in code?
Yeah. If it is, for example, then if the um, um, denominator on it's equal to zeros, I know there's a what.
If the
If something
denominator?
is divisible by 5, then I'm not getting the exact word. Then we use it equal to 0. That is, if it is perfectly divisible, then I didn't get that word, but I know I have seen that while in doing
Do you
programming.
know the name of the operator
Uh,
that you'd be using?
mm, no, I'm hardly recollecting. Sorry.
Do you know it in your own native language and you just don't know it in English, or you just don't know it at all?
Yeah, I don't know in English.
Oh, okay. So what is it in Hindi, if you know Hindi?
Mm,
Because there's a Hindi person in chat.
okay.
What's the word in Hindi?
Basically in Hindi, like we can say that um, because actually I'm my native is not Hindi actually. Sorry,
Your what? Sorry.
my native is not Hindi.
What's your native?
Uh, it's Kannada.
Khmer.
Yes,
Do you know how to say the
Kannada.
Do you know how to say the operator in Khmer?
Uh, yes.
Okay, can you say it? Do we have any Khmers in the chat? Yeah, we have somebody that speaks Khmer in the chat. How do you say it in Khmer?
Just a minute.
Just a minute.
Yeah, because I'm getting a ping from my team leader for call. So
You're gonna.
shall I? Yeah, yeah. Actually, right now I'm working from home, so just got a ping from my team leader.
Oh, you got a
So
ping from your team.
yeah, just he's asking for a call. So
Okay.
I
Can you, maybe you can ask him if he knows the answer.
sure. Uh, I just got a ping on the team.
Okay. Do you guys use Slack or what do you use?
Teams,
Teams.
Microsoft
Okay.
Teams.
All right. Maybe he can help. Ask him if he knows how to do what's the name of the operator.
No, this
Cool. You can dial a friend. That's fine if you need to. Are you the team lead or is he the team lead?
no, he's a team lead.
Okay.
I'm not a
Does the
team
team lead know? Fizzbuzz?
because we mostly work, in support, so
For
we
for for
hardly,
Linux, right?
yes, we
Does
hardly know about coding. So
I
that's
see. So yeah, that's something you definitely need to brush up on. Do you know Bash? Because Linux people often know Bash.
yes. Bash it is used for scripting, but in very less project, it demands because we hardly do any
I see.
scripts.
Would you know how to solve fizzbuzz in Bash?
No, because actually, first, frankly speaking, the fees was I'm hearing for first time. Means
Sorry, your what first time?
I'm hearing FizzBuzz for the first time.
Oh, okay.
So
But I just wanted to kind of talk through it. Okay, so let's just say so the operator is called modulus. I'll give you that. So if modulus,
okay.
so let's just say let's go back to it. So we have our if we have the number x. The number x is like 15.
Hmm.
So we said if x is divisible by 5, then what do you do?
If X is divisible by 5,
Because we said if it's divisible by 5, we return fizz. I believe if it's divisible by, divisible by 3, we return fizz. If it's divisible by 5, we return buzz. If it's divisible by 3 and 5, we return fizz buzz.
wow, yes. So if it divisible by 5, then we can then we will print that we will print whatever our statement has to be.
Fizz, okay. How do you print in JavaScript to the screen?
In JavaScript, I think we have, mm, normal print command. Just a minute.
What's the command for printing in JavaScript?
Print normal. I think print. We can use print.
Print in JavaScript? Okay. Um, okay. And then what's the next condition?
Yeah, I hardly know.
It's okay.
I don't know what
It's
to.
okay. But I mean, these are things you're gonna need to study, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And yeah.
Do you have any other questions for me?
No, like now I have to do like stuff like learning C++ and your projects.
Yes.
So once I do that, then I'll come back for any queries,
Sure.
because yes, there will be once I started
That
learning.
makes sense. You're welcome back anytime.
Yeah, and but your video really motivates. Like we have to, if someone have to learn, then he must follow you. So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Let me just ask you one last question because I know your team lead's waiting.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this call was rude or was I being toxic or mean?
No, because it's not kind of rude. You are trying to kind of make a repo, so I really like that because
Make a
um,
what? Sorry, a record?
a repo. You really um,
Rep-
kind of motivating someone who's not into the coding.
yeah.
So I really like that. So that's really good. If
Report.
still I'm not able to answer the question, but I didn't feel that it's kind of rude.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
I
very
just
good.
I just I'm just trying to gauge where you are because you're gonna ask
Exactly.
because then I need to help you guide you to where you want to be.
Exactly. And I know that because I'm following you since long.
Yeah.
So I know what kind of person you are. So I really don't feel bad about it. It's my honor to come and talk to you.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for calling.
Thanks. And one, just I want to give one kind of comment.
Yeah, but be quick because the team lead
Yeah,
is waiting.
yes, yeah. There was one series in the Netflix
Yeah.
where the main character is same looks like you.
Really? Which movie? Wait.
You
First of all, was he handsome?
Yes,
Okay.
same. I mean, the long hair. You
Okay.
have the long hair thing.
What what
The
what's the Netflix series?
something like Mercy or something.
Mercy?
No, I'll put in the chat.
Okay, put
You
in the
can
chat.
yeah, you
What's
can see it.
what's your name in the chat? Just so I know that it's you.
Anonymous only.
Oh, anonymous. Yeah. Put it down. I want to see it while you're still on the call.
Yes. No, I have to search. So I'll also have call with my team lead. So
Okay.
I'll
All
drop.
right. All right.
But
Put it in there. I'm actually pretty curious to see who I look like.
definitely, definitely.
Did you?
So
Okay.
thank you.
All right. Thanks. Bye.